Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be flying the Boeing 777 here from Washington Dulles to Dublin, Ireland today. 6 hours and 47-minute block time, 6 hours, 20-minute in air time. So, we're excited to get going at this flight. This will be the first transatlantic flight and the first flight you all have seen in the new 777 cockpit build. It's not going to be the best. As you can see, this is not covered up with a panel, that's not covered up with a panel, that's not covered up with a panel. So it's kind of just, in the meantime, I don't have any of the autopilot panels, so I'm going to have to keep coming out of cockpit view to mess with stuff and then coming into cockpit view. But nonetheless, I think it'll still be a pretty fun flight to do, especially for me. Got the new Logitech rudder pedals down here. I'm very excited about that, so I've only used them once, so I'm looking forward to using those. So yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna go ahead. External power is already connected, so we're gonna go battery, external power, passenger seats, a Duru, turn the hydraulic pumps onto auto, window heats. Go ahead and turn the APU on. Now we'll sit here and wait. While we wait for the screens to boot up and the 777 to boot up, we will look at our flight plan. So it'll be a 3,069 nautical mile flight. We're going to step climb up to 39,000. But initial, we're going to be at 35,000. And I would go initial of like 32,000 on like these kind of longer flights. But there is weather at 330. There is some pretty bad weather. Hold up, let me look at my screen. I think it's right, flight maps. So you can see here at 300, 310, and even 400, there is some weather spots. But if at 350 we're not above it, we're not below it, so we're in the middle of that weather. We can file for different altitudes if we need to, but for right now, I think we're pretty good. So we'll keep it 350 until we're over the ocean. Over the ocean, there's not going to be much weather, so we're excited about that, and no weather in Dublin. Let's calculate our takeoff performance. Alright. So, V1 speed today is 145, V rotates 149, V2 is 154. Anti-ice is not needed, bleeds on. Limitation code is a climb. Thrust is going to be takeoff 2. We have a 1,200 foot stop margin. And there go the screens. Alright. So now we'll align all of them. So I'll come here to the FMC. First I'm going to get fuel dealt with. So we're taking 99,000 pounds of fuel. 99. Alright. Check that in here. 0 in the middle tank. Around 50 tons in each other tank. 99,700 pounds. Right there. Get a menu, FMC. Clear that out of the FMC. Okay. Now we're going to align that and these screens. There we go. So now that they're aligned, we can go to the route. Alright, so we're taking off from K, IAD. Headed to EIDW. Nope. EIDW. We'll be taking over with 30 today. 30. Alright, now let's get to the route. So we're doing the Jacoby 4 departure. Swan is a transition. And taking over me 30. Okay. And we're direct Ross. Then via Quebec 419 to RBV. Then via Quebec 22 go to Fox WD. Fox WD. Okay, then direct Tusky. Where's the Y? There it is. Next page. Okay, then we're direct Elser. Elser. Skip the oceanic waypoints. Then direct Resno. I'll call you when we're back in the flight plan. Sorry about that when Mom walked in. Alright, so now that we have, so we sort of have everything now. I got the Tiki in. Now we're going to go to the arrivals. So we're going to be following the OLAP 03. OLAP 3 left arrival. OLAP 3 left. ILS 28 left. Alright, we need to go back. No. We need to go back. So we're going to route. We need to delete that. We need to delete all this. Okay, direct Olapo. So we're going to do the OLAP 3 left, ILS 28 left, correct? ILS 28 left. Alright. Okay, go ahead, route. Bring this up. Alright, so now we have ILS 28 left, execute. Now we're going to go to the legs page. And I'm going to check. Interesting. Are we vectored? I think we're vectored. That's why there's this weird line. Yeah, we're vectored. That's why. There we go. Execute. Perfect. Now we're not vectored anymore. Now we have a real flight plan. So I'm going to look here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it's an immediate right-hand bank upon takeoff. So, immediate right-hand turn. Alright. Alright, that looks good. Okay. Now that that's there, let's get the autopilot stuff dealt with. So we're turning auto throttles off. Flight directors on. I do my autopilot a bit weird. I don't do VNAV. I do vertical speed mode. Alright, so we're going to 35,000 feet. Or actually do vertical speed, then to flight level change. So, okay, that's like that. Go ahead, get vertical speed mode turned on. We'll put that to 3,500. we'll turn LNAV on. All right. We can request pushback. I'm gonna get my headset on now. Alright, well, the headset's coming on. Alright. Clock's in the green, engine shut down, fuels. Alright. APU is running. APU's running, we're going to release ground power, remove chocks. Alright, we're going to request pushback. Alright, we've requested pushback. Go ahead, get fuel pumps on. We don't need the middle fuel pumps because we don't have any fuel in the middle. And because of the Rolls-Royce engines, because we're flying with American, we can start both engines at the same time. Okay, we're going to wait till that gets to 100 here, the engine instruments. Once they both get to 100, we will pull up our fuel control. Alright, should be any minute now. Fuel control coming up. Okay, engines see their engines are coming up now. Seatbelts coming on. All right. Engine instruments are coming up. All right. That's a good engine start. APU is coming off now. Okay. That's off. Everything looks good. Everything's in the green. We're gonna do a flight control check. Make sure everything's working. All right. Let's go. Left. Neutral. Rudder right and rudder left. All right. Very good to taxi. And like I said, I broke the paint. With the paint, I think I broke that throttle quadrant. Dumb mistake on my part, so I have to use these little throttles down here, which is low-key really annoying. But it is whatever. All right. So then we're going to make a full 180 real quick. So go ahead and try that. Engine instruments all look good. Make this full 180. Got an A330 in front of us. All right, we're gonna keep it on 25. All right. A bit of brakes going. Get 125. guys. This will be a very fun flight today. I have to bring down this monitor a little bit. It's a bit tall. And we'll do it more on a straightaway. Alright, so we have to slow until we are 10 miles an hour, or 10 ground speed, to make a full 90-degree turn. So I'm looking at my ground speed here. Alright. Perfect. Turn the throttle up a little bit. Alright. Alright. Pull that monitor down a little bit. Alright, and then we'll take off. We will pass 10,000 feet. And once we pass 10,000 feet, I will update you all when we get to cruise. Let's actually see where we're trying to taxi real quick. Oh yeah, we're going here. Yeah, alright. Go ahead and make it right here. Alright. I'll taxi all the way down here. Then we will cut power. I love these rudder pedals, guys. They're amazing. I would recommend if you have a simulator, I would 1000% recommend getting rudder pedals due to the just realism it adds. It adds so much more realism. Especially being able to press on them toe brakes. Oh, it's amazing. Alright, we're coming up here. Got a plane that just took off right in front of us. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think that's a wide body. This would be a big plane. So I'm working on getting speakers in here so that y'all can hear the air, like the whole airport. So y'all can hear. So that's what I'm working on. So we got 6 hours, 47-minute block time since it's saying like 6:23 in the air. So yeah. Alright, we'll get some brakes going here. And we will start this left-hand turn. I don't know why I said door. Below 10 knots. Let's look where we are again. Alright, so we gotta make a left on this angle and then make a right. Alright. Bit of a longer taxi today. Oh, we got a plane coming in right here. Can y'all see that? Right there. Plane just took off. Or plane is landing, sorry. Alright. We do have what looks to be an Embraer. Right there in front of us. So. Make this left-hand turn. We'll line up behind this Embraer. I wonder what this Embraer feels like, seeing a 777 headed behind them. They're probably going on a 45-minute flight. We're going here on a 6-hour flight. Let me know in the comments what's your longest flight I've ever done. I did a flight from Dallas to Seychelles, which was literally max range. Had to be perfect day because of the winds that just glided us in. I went from Dallas to Seychelles, which is an island down east. Around like 18 hours in the 777 LR. So, yeah. This is a 200 ER. I fly the ER because American flies the ER, and that's where I'm going to fly the 777. Alright. We're going to stop here. I don't see any traffic coming here, so in the ND, so I think we're going to be good for takeoff here. I got to get on beyond ATC, dude. Alright. We're going to come here and start the clock. There's something going on my clock real quick. Alright, let's see here. There we go. Alright, clock's good. We are getting the flaps down. Probably shouldn't have waited to get on the runway to put the flaps down. Probably should have done that on the taxiway, but I forgot, so. Oh, look at that. United flight 737 just took off. Or just landing right in front of us. Alright, I'm on the brakes. Flaps down. Alright. We're going to go 80%. And toga. Alright. Looking for 80 knots. 80 knots, check. 100 knots my side. We have a 17 knot headwind right now. Looking for 149's V1 speed. V1 rotate. Pause for decline, gear up. Go ahead, turn autopilot on. Alright, tap on the brakes. We have a 20 knot headwind right now. Pretty bumpy coming out of here. Alright, and we're starting this turn. All that's in the green, flaps are up, gear is up. Oh, it's getting choppy out here. It is bumpy. Alright, I'm going to come here. I'm going to lower the vertical speed to 3,000. Or 2,800, sorry. I'm going to gain speed to 250. And once I reach 250 on the airspeed here, y'all's angle might not be the best, that's why. See how choppy it is? Y'all's angle might not be the best, but I can clearly see my speed here. I will show y'all what that looks like in the air. Alright. Go ahead, turn flight level change on. And we are cruising. We have a 50-knot tailwind right now, which is pretty insane. This is live weather down in Washington, Dulles, so. But we do have a 50-knot tailwind. It's about to be a 60-knot tailwind. Yeah, it's 60 knots now. Trying to show y'all here. See, 250. Look on the speeds, and y'all see right here. Look at we almost have a 70-knot tailwind right now. Engine instruments from the green. Put y'all back here. All right, we are passing 10,000 feet now. We are looking good. HG temperatures look good. N1's looking good. Seatbelt signs can come off now. So guys, the next thing I'm getting is I'm getting a full 777 autopilot panel. I was showing you out that because I'll be building it. I'm going to get a panel of his SM panels. It's a company. They make 777 panels. Every single panel for the 777 they make without the buttons. So I'm going to get buttons. I'm going to get Corey switches. I'm going to get knobs. I'm going to get the I don't know what you call it. It's like a number thing for the vertical speed, altitude, all that. So that's what I'm going to get for all that. And then I'm going to put it in. I'm going to wire it to an Arduino board. And then I'm going to program it in Mobi-Flight. And I'll be showing you that completely. We have a 90-knot crosswind right now. Once you make this right-hand turn to Jacoby, the fixed Jacoby, we should be on a 90-knot tailwind, increasing our speed and getting us there faster. Here goes this right-hand turn. Now we're really gaining speed. There we go. We just gained 90 miles an hour. Now we got 92 miles an hour directly to our tail. All right. About to be at 20,000 feet. I will let y'all know when we have something to be updated. Alright, so as we go 2 minutes to cruising altitude, 35,000 feet. Right there, we are currently gaining speed. Auto throttle's on now. Gaining speed to 300 knots. We'll probably be around like 8.6, maybe 8.7. Don't say that. Mocked. 76 knot crosswind. It was 97. This is what the flight plan's looking like. I don't know. It's trying to descend us right now because we're a couple feet above. That's why that green line's there. Engine instruments are in the green. I turned the center fuel pumps on. Wouldn't let me start the engines without them on, so I got to turn that off. That's what that warning is. But yeah, fuel's looking good. Negative 27, 24 degrees Celsius outside there. So we made it to cruising altitude of 35,000 feet at that much fuel. 5 minutes after departure. So pretty proud of that. And yeah, I'll probably let y'all know when something's happened over the Atlantic Ocean. Guys, I've just step climbed to 37,000 feet. We're gaining speed very slowly because I just stepped on 37,000 feet. I believe we're now over the ocean. If I can see real quick. Look at our EFB here. High performance, full screen. Yes. So, I don't know if y'all can see, but we are over Canada right now. In the little area. We've been in the air for an hour and 9 minutes. On this little stretch up there, we just passed all these waypoints, all these fixes. We are heading up. So yeah, I will contact y'all when we're halfway through the flight. We've just made landfall. 2 hours, 1 minute into the flight. I think we are at, let me see here. I think we're over, yeah. So, we are right here now. That little island. And we should be crossing up over pretty shortly. I'll call y'all when we're like 4 hours into the flight. Still at a solid 73 knot crosswind. So, yep, headed to Dublin. Engine instruments are still in the green. Fuel's looking good at 58,000 pounds. So, we are good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now about 3/4 into the flight from Washington, Dulles to Dublin. So, I'm excited about that. As y'all can see here, hold up, let me zoom out for y'all. Zoom out, go here, go up. It is nighttime out here over the Atlantic Ocean. Headed to Dublin. We have now the winds have shifted a 9 to 8 knot headwind, but it's really balancing our speed around, or it has been. See? It's really bouncing our speed around, and it's bouncing my auto throttle, so throttles are in and out all the time. We got 25,000 pounds left of fuel. I'm kind of nervous about that. That'd give us very low amount of fuel to go and land at Dublin. So we really don't have an opportunity to go to an alternate. We could probably do a couple go arounds, but the availability of an alternate is gonna be pretty low. So you can see 411 more miles on this waypoint, this track, so I'm excited about that. I'll let y'all know when we're on descent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back up here at flight deck. We have just climbed up to 39,000 feet, as you can see there. 275 knots. We're at around 0.876 Mach or 0.88 if you round up. But we have like a quartering, it's not a full tailwind, but it's not a full crosswind. It's like a quartering tailwind, headwind. At 60 knots, engine instruments are still in the green. We're only at 10,000 pounds of fuel. So, gotta keep it on that. That's 5.2 tons in each left and right tank. So, gotta keep it on that. But we are approaching. We are very close here. We're only about 125 miles from descent because we have to be at 50160 by Olapo. So, top of descent will be pretty soon. I will let y'all know when we are passing through 10,000 feet. And that's when we will get going on that, and I will put y'all back up right here, and y'all can see what's going on. All right, we have made landfall. So you can see here we're in Europe. Bit of clouds, not too terrible though. We are descending. We are now at 30,000 feet. Descending to 50160. It's initially where we're heading to. We're 5 hours, 27 minutes into the flight now. We are getting bounced around by this 66 knot tailwind right now. As you can see, kind of the airspeed might go up and down. The Mach, we're at 7.3. Engine instruments are looking good. Our fuel is 7.3 thousand pounds. So from now on, I know I'm going to pack more fuel on these just shorter Atlantic crossings. It's only a 6-hour flight. You know, I can do 14, 15-hour flights, especially the flights to Incheon and stuff. But Incheon and Narita. But I didn't pack as much fuel. It's only a 6-hour Atlantic crossing, which is a very short Atlantic crossing, so I didn't pack that much fuel. SimBrief told me to put in 95,000 pounds of fuel. I put in 100,000 pounds of fuel. So, SimBrief isn't always right with the winds, so just keep that in mind when y'all are playing. But got that there. I'll let you know when I'm passing 10,000 feet. Should be pretty soon. So you can see our arrival. We're coming in here. We come in through here. We wrap around, and then we come in for final like that. You probably won't be able to see it because of all the words there, but that is our arrival. So I'm excited about that, and I'll see you when I pass 10,000. All right. As y'all can see here, passing 10,000 feet, right there on the left, we are at a speed of 255. set right now. We still have a 48 knot crosswind, about to be a tailwind, which will make this right hand turn to Kogax right now. So we'll have a 48 knot tailwind. Lock time today is 6 hours, 27 minutes. We've been in the air for 5 hours, 48 minutes. So fingers crossed we can get there early, a lot early. So that's the plan. All right. Fuel, we're looking okay on the fuel, so I'm not too worried about that anymore. I'm balling on you. Gotta check this real quick. Hold up, guys. Alright, 2,100. Oh, 2,500. Okay. So we're gonna make this 2,500 instead of 1,500. Correction. Alright. We're making another turn again. We're in the clouds. I think it'll be a pretty smooth arrival. As of right now, we're looking at 43 knot tailwind, so, or it'll be a 43 knot crosswind, quartering crosswind headwind. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll look at the weather right now via SimBrief and see what we're looking at today on the charts. So we're gonna go. Actually, let's go runway analysis on the landing. All right. So landing runway analysis. That looks good. All right, it's gonna be wet. The runway's gonna be wet. Flight maps. All right. It's looking to be smooth. No major turbulence at all above Europe right now. No major turbulence. No major cells at all either. So. It's kind of just clouds right now, nothing too bad. So we will see what happens here. All right, we are getting closer. Some of the slow speeds 240. Well, we can expedite our rate of descent. Go ahead and get speed brakes armed. We're gonna go ahead, slow speeds 230. And we'll go flaps 1. Flaps 1, speeds 230. All right. The clouds are pretty close to the ground, so. I can't wait till I can do all this autopilot stuff, my autopilot panel and EFIS panel. I can't wait for that to happen. Alright. That all looks good. Let's configure our landing. So we're going to configure our landing stuff today. We're landing it, the weight will be 386, so 386,000 pounds. Altimeter will be 2982. For the altimeter. Oh, so runway conditions are dry. Runway conditions dry. Flaps 30. Auto brakes are not needed. It'll be manual brakes. Reverse thrust, yes. Our VAP speed and VREF speed will be 137. So we will slow down to 137. And we'll slow down probably 143 on that. All right, we're turning right hand turn. All right, we're gonna slow down 205 knots. We are looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go flaps 2. Or flaps 5, correction. Flaps 1. The first flaps is slats. Second flaps is flaps 1. Third flaps is flaps 5 in the 777. All right. We have a 35 knot crosswind right now. All right, let me make this lap mode turn right here. That'll be the last turn on the final. That'll be the turn to final. We'll get geared down, flaps 15. And that's a little slower, probably 170. All right, y'all can see the city right there of Dublin right there. Beautiful nighttime arrival. I'm going to pull autopilot a bit early. And guys, I'm also, for episode, I think 5, I think it is, I'm going to drill this HDMI cable, drill it in here. So you don't see it. I just kind of want to get this flight done, so I kept it out there. All right. And it's going to keep us at 2,500. So we're going to go here. It's going to keep us at 2,500 feet of altitude. That's where the localizer and approach node starts. It's 2,500. So I'm excited about this. On final approach. All right, runway's in sight, actually. I think that's our runway. Yeah. All right, we're going to slow speeds here. We're going to go 190. All right, y'all see the runways? Try to get it on my mouse here. They are right there. Try to see. Yeah, y'all can see them. It's this right here. Those two little lines. So the runway is in sight. I don't know what that was. I guess if I move my mouse here, it does that. No, I don't know what that was. Gotta fix that. All right, we have a 32 knot headwind right now. That's why we're going 180 knots, but our ground speed's 163. All right. Better get the gear down here. So we turn final, get gear down. Go ahead, accelerate descent real quick. Push the screen line here a bit further up. All right, we're looking good. So I can see here we're at 2,900 feet, so it's about to level us up at 2,500. I'll also be spackling these, so it's not such a cliff here, and I'll be spackling this. And also put things in these little triangles here. All right. $2,500 feet, check. All right. We still got a 31 knots to be exact. Headwind right now, perfect headwind. But it's about to be a perfect crosswind when we make this left-hand turn on final. Can you all see the runways? It's this right here. We're landing on, I think, 28 left. All right, returning final here. Gonna go get gear with that. And click on that, and we're gonna slow speeds 170. All right. We are turning final right now. Gonna go ahead and get localizer on and approach. All right. Now it'll fly us all the way in. Go ahead and get one more notch of flaps here. Oh yeah. I forgot there's another problem. There's traffic above us. They're gonna have to go around. Go ahead and get flaps full. It's AI traffic, so I don't know what they're doing, but... Alright, and as you guys can see, we are crabbing right now. We are crabbing, so this will be a fun approach. Alright, we're going to slow speeds. 148. This will be our final landing speed. Gear is down, flaps are full. We are good to go. All right, we are 6 hours on the dot here. So there's AI traffic here. This isn't beyond ATC. It's AI traffic. So excuse those things, those buggers. All right, we're gonna go ahead, get feet on the rotor pedals. It is a very, very, very windy today. I thought it was gonna be a nice day at Dublin, but we are wrong. So tomorrow I'm going to fly this trip back Dublin to Dallas. I'm based in Dallas. And then from there, I'm probably going to go, I'll probably have a Dallas to JFK or something like that in the 777. So I'm flying for American. So yeah. Should I pull off autopilot now? I kind of want to pull autopilot off now. Just so I can hand fly in this weather. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Pull autopilot off early. My airplane. Auto throttle will stay on. Keep her on the pappies. Trimmer up here. 1000 check. It is pretty windy here, pretty short runway here in Dublin as well, so. Yep, there goes that wind. So now it's a 60 knot headwind. That little ship there, that was the ship that wins. Alright, we are still 2 red, 2 white. $500 feet. 400. $100 feet. Touchdown. Get on center line. Decel. All right. Versus in the green. Bit off center line, but all right. I'll make this exit here. All right. And there's that 737 that landed in front of us. All right, we have made it to Dublin here. Turn right behind him. Airplane actually just landed on our runway. All right. Pretty nice landing. Bit off center line, which it is my fault, but bit off center line, but it's whatever. We're getting a warning for, oh, that's why. We're getting a warning for the flaps. It thinks you were trying to take off there. All right, we're going to head to the terminal. We're going to follow the 737 in. All right. Got power, got a 125 knots per the 777 manual. Airplane should be landing here. If you look at our ND, airplane should be landing at Dublin anytime soon. Yeah, there it is. See the light down there? Why are we slowing down? Why are we slowing down? We're going 8 knots. We're going 5 knots. And now you're going to speed back up again. Okay. Then you're going to slow down again once I start getting close to you. I mean, dude, you gotta go. You were taxiing at like 35 knots and we're over a runway right now. I'm taking the next one. All right. We are going to go ahead. The airplane's about to land there. We're going to go ahead and make this left-hand turn and go to our gate. All right. Just gonna follow this one here. Just park right here. All right. Boom. We have made it to Dublin. 6 hours, 4 minutes. Right there, as you can see. I'm gonna try to get you there to look. 6 hours, 4 minutes. Perfect day to be out here, out flying. I will see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you for coming to watch, and we'll see you then. Peace.